How to never get angry. The Stoic Guide to Mastering Your Emotions. One understanding. Anger. The Stoic perspective. Anger is one of the most intense emotions we experience. It can feel overwhelming, destructive, and even justified in the moment. But the Stoics saw anger differently. They believed that anger isn't caused by external events. It's caused by our judgment of those events. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, it's not the act itself that makes you angry. It's your thoughts about it. You might think, "How dare they?" Or, "This always happens to me." These judgments fuel the fire of anger. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This is the foundation of Stoic philosophy. Mastering your emotions begins with mastering your mind. 2. The cost of anger. Why it's worth overcoming. Anger doesn't just feel bad, it can have serious consequences. It can damage relationships, cloud your judgment, and even harm your health. The Stoics believe that anger is a form of temporary madness. When you're angry, you're not thinking clearly, and you're more likely to act in ways you'll later regret. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote extensively about anger. He called it the most destructive of emotions and warned that it often leads to actions that are disproportionate to the situation. By learning to control anger, you not only protect yourself from its harmful effects, but also gain a sense of inner peace and clarity. 3. The first step. Pause and reflect. The moment you feel anger rising, the first and most important step is to pause. This might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. When you pause, you create a space between the trigger and your reaction. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Will getting angry change the situation? What would a calm, rational response look like? Often you'll find that the answer is no. Getting angry won't help. This moment of reflection allows you to regain control and choose a better path. Fourth shift, your perspective. Amor Fati. The Stoics practice something called Amor Fati, the love of fate. This means accepting what happens, even if it's not what you wanted. Instead of resisting or fighting against reality, you embrace it. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, instead of thinking, "This is terrible. Why does this always happen to me?" You might think, "This is an opportunity to practice patience. I can't control the traffic, but I can control how I respond to it." By shifting your perspective, you take away the power of external events to upset you. 5. Focus on what you can control. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. Some things are within your control, and others are not. Your thoughts, actions, and reactions are within your control. External events, other people's actions, and the past are not. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you focus on what you can control, you stop wasting energy on things you can't change. For example, if someone insults you, you can't control their words, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to let it go, rather than letting it ruin your day. 6. Practice premeditatio malorum, premeditation of evils. The Stoics practice premeditatio malorum, which means imagining potential challenges or setbacks before they happen. This isn't about being pessimistic, it's about being prepared. For example, if you're going to a meeting where you know there might be conflict, take a moment to imagine how you'll respond if things don't go your way. By mentally preparing yourself, you're less likely to be caught off guard or react with anger. 7. Cultivate gratitude and humility. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to anger. When you focus on what you're grateful for, it's harder to stay upset about what's going wrong. The Stoics also emphasized humility. They believe that many of our angry reactions come from a sense of entitlement, thinking that things should go our way. By practicing humility, you remind yourself that the world doesn't owe you anything, and you're better equipped to handle life's challenges. 8. Develop emotional resilience. Through practice. Mastering anger isn't something that happens overnight. It's a skill that requires practice. The Stoics believed in daily reflection and self-discipline. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect. When did I feel angry today? How did I respond? What could I have done differently? Over time, this practice will help you build emotional resilience and respond to challenges with greater calm and clarity. 9. Learn from role models. The Stoics often look to role models for inspiration. Think of someone you admire who remains calm under pressure. What would they do in a situation that makes you angry? For example, Marcus Aurelius, despite being the emperor of Rome, faced countless challenges and betrayals, yet he remained committed to staying calm and just. By imagining how your role model would handle a situation, you can guide your own actions. 10. The ultimate goal. Inner peace. The goal of Stoicism isn't to eliminate all emotions. It's to achieve inner peace. Anger is a natural emotion, but it doesn't have to control you. By practicing these Stoic principles, you can train your mind to respond with calmness and clarity, even in the most frustrating situations. Remember, the goal isn't to never feel anger. It's to never let anger dictate your actions. The Stoic path to a calmer life. Anger is a part of life, but it doesn't have to rule your life. By pausing and reflecting, shifting your perspective, focusing on what you can control, and practicing gratitude and humility, you can master your emotions and live with greater peace and purpose. The next time you feel that surge of anger, take a deep breath, pause, and ask yourself, what would a Stoic do? If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little more calm in their life. Until next time, stay stoic, stay strong, and remember, you are the master of your mind.